What's going on, everybody? I want to thank you for tuning in to Fins Vault 305. My name is Coach T, and I want to thank you first off for listening to this video podcast. Now, I want to get into this real quick, and before I do, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that bell so you can get notifications whenever a new video is dropped. And if you like what you hear, go ahead and leave a comment, good or bad or indifferent. Doesn't matter to me. You know, after all, we're just here. It's all about the Dolphins, and I'm just here to share my thoughts and views on the team. And so, go ahead and leave a comment, and we'll get into this. Now, as you know, the Dolphins have a bye week this week, and the next time we play will be October 13th. When the Washington Redskins come to town. Usually, a team like the Dolphins will use this bye week as a way of getting injured players healthy and regrouping and re-strategizing for a playoff run. But for our Miami Dolphins, this is only half true. Although it seems odd to focus on the draft at this point in the season, the Dolphins have already made it clear that the 2020 NFL Draft is the strategy in which this franchise will use to restructure their team. Over the past spring and summer, we watched the Miami Dolphins stockpile draft picks, and they plan to aggressively attack and rebuild this roster with those picks. After all, Chris Greer recently spoke and said that the Dolphins can do whatever we want with the upcoming draft. And that is true. That is very much true. Now, if the draft was held today, the Dolphins would own the overall number one pick of the 2020 NFL Draft. Miami would have the ability to do whatever they want with these draft picks. After all, they have 3 first-round picks coming to them. Now, although we're in a position where we have the number one pick, overall pick coming in the 2020 draft, there are some winless teams that's still out there. And three of them we will be playing against. As I said before, one of them is the Washington Redskins, which we have a game coming up on the 13th. Then we have Cincinnati. And then last but not least, our friend Adam Gase, New York Jets. And the odds are that, we're going to maintain that overall number one pick. I mean, that's just where it's at, because right now this roster is not that good, not very good at all. As I said before, we have at least 14 to 16 guys that I would consider truly NFL starters. After that, it's a bunch of second string guys and waiver guys on this team. Guys who would normally not have an opportunity like this to play in the NFL is sprinkled throughout our roster. Now, the Dolphins, as I said before, have 3 first-round picks in the upcoming draft and a boatload of money, somewhere around $200 million in cap reserves to work with. With all that, the Dolphins have an opportunity to quickly turn this thing around. And they've made it known that this coming offseason, the Dolphins will transition from back to a talent acquisition and away from asset acquisition. This means that, like I said before, the Dolphins can really put together a much better offensive line than what we have now, so that when they use that first pick to get a quarterback, and I do believe that they're going to use that pick to obtain a quarterback. When they do get that quarterback, he will be playing behind a much better offensive line than what we have right now. And all I can say is thank God for that. Now, my question to you is this, and it's just a little survey. As you see on the screen, I have a ticker called a mock draft ticker. And what I want to do is I want this ticker to reflect your views, the listener views. So if you could just answer, well, let me get to the question. What I would like to know is, at this point in the season, what should be the number? What are the top three positions that the Dolphins should address with their 3 first-round draft picks? And if you could, please just leave an answer down in the comment section. And after about a couple of days, I will take a survey of all the answers, and I will update the ticker so it reflects what you guys, the feedback that you guys are giving to me. Also, I'd like to share with you some merchandise that I'll be coming out with very soon. I have 3 great designs that I personally created for t-shirts, and one of which you're looking at right now. Like I said before, I got 2 more that's going to be coming available. I think you're going to like what I have. One of which is going to be a t-shirt celebrating the 1972 perfect season Dolphins, the perfect Dolphin season of 1972. I have a t-shirt coming out with that, and I also have another Fins Vault t-shirt that's going to be on a black tee. Like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and set things up. I already have a store available, but right now I'm just trying to get the production part lined up, where once I have all the production worked out and get those things taken care of, you will have an opportunity to order the shirt. Also, may I add I would like to say that all shirts will be personally created by me, meaning that one of the things that I do on the side is I design and print t-shirts. And so whatever you order from me, know that I'm taking the time out and I design these shirts, I'm printing these shirts, and I will be the one that be mailing these shirts directly to you. Now, I want to thank you again for listening to my video podcast. And if, like I said before, just go ahead and leave a comment down on how we should use our three first round draft picks. And I wish that you have a great day and be safe out there. Take care.